Has this ever happened to you?
What were you talking
Hello
about?
there. Hi there. My name is Maximo, and I...
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final session of Maximo Ghosts to Glory. We finally made it to Castle Maximo, just in time for us to start the siege.
The siege on Castle Maximo. I know there's that gold shield back there. I'm going to go back for it in just a sec, as soon as I can find, hopefully, a coin. A single coin will do.
So once you get the shield, is this like a permanent power-up, or...?
As long as I keep it, yeah, it'll basically give me a full 4 tiers of shield energy, and not just the 3 I've been limited to so far.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
I mean, you've been doing a pretty good job keeping that thing steady and not utterly destroyed from how many times you've used it.
Aha!
There you go.
I'm broke.
Great. Now how are you going to fund the castle's redevelopment once you take it back?
That's not important.
Not right now. The important thing is kicking Keely's butt and getting my wife back.
Hopefully, anyway. So, I'm just gonna continue our work through here, and not for nothing. I think the platforming will be a little bit nicer since I'm at least not dealing with bottomless hell pits and frigid waters and stuff. I just need to be mindful of where I'm going, and they're definitely gonna up the ante on the enemies I'll be facing. But otherwise, excuse me.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'm gonna try and do something daring here.
Go for it.
Grab. Let's go.
I
I return again, human.
You shall face my wrath.
Die. Hurry.
Let me put my coin in here real quick.
I'm due for an appointment, you see. Away!
Alright, I had to take that taken care of. Die!
Die! Anyway, so we're just gonna continue.
He gets a little too into his D&D campaign.
He's eager like that.
That's his eager face.
I know there's a poltergeist around here. I remember this last time I played. Excuse me. Die.
Well, so far, so good. I'm not seeing any sign of Slimer.
I hear a wizard, but fortunately, it sounds like he's somewhere else.
He's probably a little higher up.
Oh my gosh!
Well, there goes your 4th pip of armor.
Yeah, it was bound to happen eventually.
Kind of a shame that they never did properly make a... Oh, there's the poltergeist.
Out here.
Kind of a shame that they never made some sort of, applicable, additional piece of armor once you actually reach 4 levels.
Yeah, it's just an extra tier, but I mean, I'll take whatever health I can get in this.
That's fair. I mean, I can imagine, if you were to reach 4 levels, you'd literally just be fully encased in armor, as opposed to just, you got the torso armor, you got the helmet, and that's more or less all she wrote.
I mean, that's basically what I'm going for. I got Doom Strike finally, thank you. Oh, I completely forgot. That's right. I also got that other thing. So let me see what I really would like. I like having increased arm. Honestly, I think I'm okay with this. Just
Okay.
going. Open this up, and I know that chest up ahead is a wizard because I was hearing him raise such a ruckus earlier.
Better prepare yourself. Would be a shame if he turned you an old man again.
Yeah.
I like that. He knows it. Let's just get in there and do this.
Let's do it! Oh, no.
Ah, you. Excuse me.
You ever have that feeling life's coming at you too fast?
Try a 4K cigarette. Okay, so I need to remember how to hit this head.
Cigarette should.
So these guys are knight armors and they suck. But fortunately, if I can just hang on to the Ring of Pain, which I am hanging on to the Ring of Pain, good. Ring of Pain can kind of hard counter them, because otherwise, as you see, it's like a multiple hit affair. You gotta hit them in the head once, then you have to first you stun them, then you hit them to fully dislocate the head from the body, then you gotta hit the head itself, now that it's been removed from the body. It's a process, but
seems fine and good until you realize you can only swing horizontally while in midair.
Can I make this jump?
I don't think you can make that jump.
This looks like a fool's errand. But it actually looks like that's really the only way for me, because I don't have a key from that guy. Let's save state and find out.
Geronimo! Oh, what? Oh, you almost made it.
I'm gonna try that one more time. Geronimo!
Yikes! And away!
One more time for the boys back home.
Yikes!
Delay jump. There we go. I just had to delay my jump a bit.
Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious. No.
This almost feels a little illegitimate, but I mean, I guess if this is the only way you could do it.
Maybe there's a bonus path I don't even know about, because, well, actually, no. Either that or there was something I was missing with that portcullis or whatever it's called.
You were probably just expected to drop that bridge first.
Yeah, that probably does make a lot more sense than what I was trying to do. Well, first, I know I want to hit this. Okay, one of you guys has got to have the key. Out with it. Who has it?
Who's got the break lock key?
Who's got it? Yeah. While I'm moving forward. How have you guys been doing? I mean, we got freaking Tears of the Kingdom coming out soon.
Man, it's just one of those things where it's been on the back burner for so long, and it's like I was not fully prepared to realize that the game's release is so freaking imminent.
Yeah,
I'll admit, no, absolutely. My apologies. Continue.
No, it's fine. All I was just going to say is that, I don't think I have to worry about affording it because I still have plenty of money saved up from my birthday shenanigans. The problem is more so if I'm ever going to find the time to actually go out and get it, because I would like to get a physical copy.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Granted, I mean, I'll admit, I mean, if that wasn't such I mean, as someone who doesn't really, go out of his way to get physical copies of games anymore, it's also one of those things where I played it smart by buying it via the freaking, what was it, the game voucher.
Oh, really?
Especially now that the game, it's this is going to be the first major Nintendo game to be priced at the current, $70 threshold of AAA games. Though thankfully, when it comes to using the ambassador, the game vouchers, basically you only have to pay $50 for. It's technically it gives you an instant $50 sort of credit for a certain game. You can instantly get these certain games for the price of $50 for 2 games.
Oh, that's good.
So in other words, you can get 2 games for the price of $100 as opposed to $160. Or if we were putting Tears of the Kingdom in the equation, it would have been somewhere closer to $130.
Ah, makes sense.
So I got the game on a bargain.
Well, that's good
I
for
remember
you.
now why I dislike fighting this guy, because if you don't have Ring of Pain, this area is a nightmare because there is a bomb guy right behind him. But fortunately, he was gone, so I was able to take care of him with haste. Ow!
Thank goodness. But be careful, because you only have so much armor left on your person.
Yep. Sorry. Pardon me.
Special needs.
That is the Gold Seeker. Yeah, why not? Alright. Got it.
Yoink.
And,
Bless thee for having a double jump.
Thank God. See? He has a... See, Ted's walking to work.
Well, big deal. Look at him waddle. Waddle
Please
as
die.
he tries
Please
to
die.
slash at you.
Please die. I don't want to die after coming so far.
I was about to say,
You've come so far.
That felt like it took more of a hassle than it really should have.
I still, to this day, dislike the shield guys.
Alright, because they're actually pretty decent with their shields.
Alright, I just need to make the most of my Shield of Storms. That's what I'm missing. And
That's all.
No enemies in here. Health, thank you. Alright. I think our siege is finally almost done, but yeah, but Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know, dude. It's I genuinely feel almost winded, where I don't know if I'm gonna be able to duly noted. Was it my favorite Zelda game? No, but my favorite open world RPG for just moving around, exploring, and just it was definitely, if anything, a time commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, I don't know if I'll be able to, I don't know if I can ever love like that again.
Well, I guess it really. I guess it also just kind of depends on how thorough they were, if at all, with addressing the problems that people had with Breath of the Wild when it came to making Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, so far I can already tell this is definitely going to be a bigger game by comparison.
Well, obviously.
Right. Okay, a few more.
And just, yeah, no, it's one of those things where, like, not gonna lie, the release date for the game kind of snuck up on us.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's
especially
not
after
exactly
like
summer, it's not exactly...
yeah, especially after such a long time of not really knowing a whole lot about it.
Right, it almost just feels a little sudden, like, just seeing, like, the game come out now and, like, with so little time to prep. Then again, there's been so much other stuff that's been going on, like, this past year, so it's like, that doesn't entirely help.
And so many other things that we don't even know are going to be happening yet. Like, I still feel like, with all the attention oh boy.
That's why I do that.
Like, with all the attention they've been giving him lately, I got a sneaking suspicion we're going to be seeing something Donkey Kong related coming soon.
That'd be nice, but it also depends on when we're gonna get that next direct.
Well, I feel like June is probably a safe bet. Well, June at the time of recording this.
Funny you bring that up, because apparently there's something on the rumor mill right now that apparently Nintendo might not have the direct plan for June yet, if at all.
I have... Oh, no!
Oh!
I have heard news, though, about... what is that? That's just power boxes I already have. I have heard news, though, that there's going to be some new things from Sony, which would be nice. And then Microsoft kind of gave a very dour update.
Oh, well, what happened? Because I didn't hear that.
Basically, their update... And okay, there. Now I have 5 lives. I'm about to beat this level. The save state scumming will stop momentarily from here on out. I apologize.
He says through his teeth.
I just want to try. We've been doing so good. I want to try and see. Oh my.
That's
I just want
critter,
to
right?
make progress. So it actually ain't even a critter. This is Achilles' drill that is currently driving up such a ruckus in the underworld underneath.
Oh, okay, it was a drill. For a second, I thought it was like a giant mechanical creature with spikes protruding out of it.
It may as well be a creature as far as these people are concerned.
So right now, fortunately, as far as how this hub works, thank you. Fortunately, as far as this hub works, it's a far more linear hub than any of the other ones. We just need to keep climbing our... Achilles' Fortress is at the very top of this thing, so we just need to continue our way upwards.
That's a relief.
But no, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have that same commitment to Tears of the Kingdom, because it's like, that's coming out. I still have that vacation I have planned, number one. I got frickin', I still have frickin', from the makers of Myst, their new game Firmament is coming out that I'm looking forward to. That comes out, I think, this next week as well. Actually, I don't know what else is really coming out right now. Maybe I will have time. I don't... You know, that's it. It's also the rest of Speedstorm, just...
Well, Speedstorm,
Also
I feel like,
remember
is
that,
kind of an entirely different brand of commitment.
Which is fair. I mean, there's also that. I mean, I also remember that that new Puzzle Bobble game's coming out for Switch soon. Actually, about a few weeks after Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be interesting. But otherwise, yeah, no, I guess it's not even so much for me, so much a matter of, like, what's currently, like, close to its release, but it's also, I guess it's just a matter of, like, we've just been so busy with so many other stuff. Like, freaking Zelda's been kind of on the last thing on our minds.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, especially because it kind of not without its faults. Kind of part of the problem is the fact that I'll take that. Part of the problem is that they've been really kind of like lax and nice. They've been kind of lax on giving us too many details about the game yet.
Well,
Right, and like that last trailer that they released was pretty much the most extensive like amount of info we got about the game. As far as like what's to expect from it, because otherwise it's mostly just been a lot of playful teasing.
Yeah,
and it was spread so goddamn thin too. But yeah, no, it's like I'm definitely curious to see how that game will turn out. And I mean, you know, like clockwork, the Zelda community has been not just the Zelda, like the fan art community too, has been going nuts over like what all was shown off in that last trailer. But it's like,
it was like there's that, and also the fact that we learned there was also that that art design book that pages of it leaked, and people have been going nuts with that as well.
yeah, because some people just can't help themselves.
Not even just the art book, the Double Dame game itself apparently got leaked.
Yeah,
Nintendo ain't happy.
I mean, to be
was
fair, it's business as usual for Nintendo at this point.
But I think this, I would argue this is probably one of their, like, this is probably one of their bigger, like, oh crap kind of
Oh,
moments.
question behind you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I would argue that this is one of those, like, this is probably one of their bigger mess-ups in the sense of, like, holy crap, this was supposed to be their biggest launch of the year. Probably for the next 2 years, let's be real.
Not just their biggest launch, but their biggest, like, surprise hit.
And now the whole thing's out there, which, worst case, I mean, could be worse. It could have leaked and people could have been saying that it's actually really bad, but I haven't heard... From as far as the leagues are concerned, I haven't heard any bad news yet.
I mean, all I know for certain is that if you like Breath of the Wild, you're very much gonna like Tears of the Kingdom as well.
And
Honestly,
like we all
it's
kind of saw.
funny because-
Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, it's really funny because, like, outside of the fact that it leaked, I haven't really heard anything about it since then. Like, I haven't had anyone or seen any spoilers of it, so, like, I'll give them this much. They're at least being courteous about what they're sharing of the leaks.
Yeah, that's
Appreciate it.
pretty much the same case with me, because I haven't seen any major, like, spoilers about the game yet, and I kind of hope that stays that way, but by the time I actually start playing the game myself.
Same.
It's always appreciated if that can be the
All
case.
we know for, I mean, let's be real, the only thing that we know for absolute certain about the game is, well, you know, Gandorf is a thing again.
Yep.
And, like, Jesus fucking Christ, people popped off really fucking hard the moment his design got shown off on Nintendo's Twitter. It's like, fan art everywhere.
So much so that Splatoon.
Like, not even just fan art, I just love, like, the throng of people. Okay, throng might not be the right word, but just the masses of people that are like, okay, I know he's a genocidal dictator, but that bod man.
Yeah, no, dude, you could freaking cook eggs off that thing.
You could grate
It's like-
cheese
it's like
off that chin.
It's like all of the smitten people are like, I mean, like, do we really need to be mad at him?
This is what's. Real talk. I really hope, even as like a joke, there is something that is legitimately like that in the game, where there's like not the Yiga clan, because I know everyone's like, but the Yiga clan's basically that. No, I want there to actually be a group of Ganondorf apologists who are like, come on guys, like give. I'm just saying, give power a chance.
I mean, I guess it is funny thinking about it, too, considering, like, let's be real here. The last time we've had a new, like, Ganondorf design proper was, of all things, Twilight Princess, and that was, like, a long time ago. So, I mean, the fact that we're getting a new version of him now is kind of a big deal.
Well, I was about to say, would Hyrule Warriors count? Because that was also a new design.
I mean, yeah, when you put it that way, there was also Hyrule Wars, but even though that was more of a spin-off, but it's like, even then, it's like, new Ganondorf designs isn't something you see every day, so, I mean...
Yeah.
I'd say enough time has passed where people were gonna likely, you know, praise the Dark Lords just to see him return. Especially now that he's gone past his calamity phase.
Right.
All I'm just saying, though, is that, can we get a new amiibo for him this time for fucking once?
I guess it really depends on, like...
Go ahead.
I was about to say, I guess it just really kind of depends on, like, what kind of amiibo we do get for Tears of the Kingdom, because... Like,
well,
not
we
for nothing,
already have... We have one for Link, and that's about as much as we have so far.
Yeah, because my point is that, like, not for nothing, it feels like we've been getting fewer and fewer amiibo for the past couple of years.
It's because it's kind of just been a dying trend, unfortunately. But it's also like one of those things where, I mean, they'll still do them, and I mean, sometimes, like, you also gotta expect them, like, say, like, if there was to be an amiibo for Gandorf at some point or other, based off of that new version, it's probably gonna wait until, like, an eventual, like, I don't know, DLC expansion or whatever gets revealed or released.
Yeah, you know, they might do that, you know, kind of like what they did with the Champions for the Champions Ballad.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, speaking of the Champions, do you think the Champion successors might get amiibo too?
That would be nice, but
a side-on amiibo. You know, people would be clamoring for a side-on amiibo.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like, boss, this is weird. The very second we announced a side-on amiibo, we immediately sold out.
Not only that, we somehow sold more side-on amiibo than there are copies of Tears of the Kingdom.
I wonder why.
How is that? We also. I'm sorry, my mind was about to go for a very lazy bad joke.
That's fair. Let's not worry about the fish right now. Let's go back to the Dark Lord, who also won the recent Zelda-themed Splatfest.
Yep. And as discussed back in frickin' I'll take that and this. As discussed back in frickin' Batman Arkham, yep, Matthew Mercer has hit the big time with Nintendo.
Yes,
Well, actually,
yes, he did.
I guess I should ask before I even like try to make a statement like that. Was he ever in Fire Emblem or something like that?
Oh yeah,
of course.
he's the actor for Crom.
Okay, then never mind. Screw you, Matthew Mercer. You're taking jobs from good, hard-working, farm-raised voice actors.
You're telling me that Matthew Mercer himself wasn't farm raised?
You know what? I don't even. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Your D&D thing is working so well.
I'm just saying. At the end of the day, he's just doing it. At the end of the day, he's just an actor doing his job.
He's an actor doing his job, and he's having a lot of fun with it. And I can't fault anyone for doing something because they love it. I don't know. I'm just that's just the reason. That's just for me why Matt, and I know Matt will come up with every excuse for no, but actually he's so much better because no, like I know there's a reason. Like it's a similar reason as to why Matt does not like Yuri Lowenthal.
What?
Wait.
No, he loves Yuri.
Oh,
Lowenthal.
my-
You're
I was
thinking of
about
Bryce
to. You're,
Papenbrook.
Bryce Papenbrook, my bad.
yeah, it was Bryce that he didn't like. Well, it's also, to be fair, in Bryce's case, it's primarily because the range he's usually allowed to give out is very limited.
Right.
In fact, one could argue if he even has a range to begin with. But again, like with arguments like that, and the whole notion of like, oh, why don't you get someone else? At the end of the day, again, I still say that's just more so a fault of like voice directors and casting agents. You know, they're the people that chose the actors. The actors are just doing what they're told to do.
Right.
Remember when Troy Baker used to be the most overused actor in all of the Japanese media? Or Japanese-based media?
Yeah.
I mean, just media in general. Like, I remember when his face used to be on his name used to be on everything.
Well, so much so that he made that little joke about like, yeah, if you ever want to get into voice acting, just wait for either of us to die, and then the jobs will come flooding in.
Oddly enough, like I feel like between the two of them, like not to say Troy doesn't have range, but I feel like Nolan's been doing a much better job of showing off his range with the roles he's done.
I think that's fair. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Nolan Egad.
Yeah, that among a bunch of other roles.
Oh no, not Egad. Jesus, Nolan and Jin.
And Jin, yeah, I was about to say.
I've been watching you and your delicious sister.
By the way, fun fact: did you know that when Wayne Allwine passed away, Nolan actually did audition for Mickey?
He did.
I really want to hear what that tape. I really want to hear what that tape sounded like now.
Same here. Like, I'm kind of curious now.
I do remember. Go ahead.
I was about to say, I do remember there being a clip of it somewhere, and he sounds pretty good, or at the very least, about as good as you would expect Nolan to sound as Mickey.
It's just such an unexpected, person to be voicing the most iconic mouse in all of the media.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh
Especially
my god.
considering all the other portrayals he's done in the past. Oh yeah, I just realized you turned into an old fart.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's rock and roll! Holy hell!
Wow, I think you went a little too far there, buddy.
I'm almost done. Kill him. Is this the last enemy? Yep, I heard it. It blew up. Let me just see what's inside this chest, and then this level complete. Nice. Let's go.
Sweet. Man, I would have laughed so hard if the force field didn't disappear right away. You were wondering, wait, what was missing? It was a fucking mimic.
Oh my gosh. There's something here. Yep, just like that. We're already down to real talk. We are actually already down to one. We're down to one true level left.
Really?
Yep, because spoilers. This area, the next level after the next platforming level will be already Achilles.
Oh, okay then. So there's like 3 levels as opposed to the usual 4.
Yep. I can only assume they're like, you know what? Let's give these guys let's give this dude a break after all he's been through. He's in his underwear, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean, don't you think that's a little? You think that's a little undignified for this point in the story?
So let's head this way. Head on up. We are just gonna continue our advance.
Like, imagine a final confrontation against the Batman and the Joker. You have Batman there, still doing his usual, but then you have the Joker literally down to his strawberry boxers.
I don't know what is funnier. Go ahead, Hive. I want you to have this moment.
Sorry, just you say that. It's like, Batsy, my eyes are up here.
Oh, okay, that's also funny. My head was jumping to a couple things. Ah, jeez, there's another. I need to get another key from down here.
No.
From downtown.
Yee-hoo!
Oh. Alright, well,
Well, at least you took out this. You took out the enemy spawner.
okay, which one of you guys? Ow. Which one of you guys has the key? There you are. Right, let's move. I was just thinking out loud. I was just thinking just thinking in my head, like, what would be funnier? The Joker taking pity on Batman for being in his underwear, or vice versa. Because Batman taking pity on the Joker, like, oh my gosh, just put this on. It's funny, but then there's the idea in my head, and Joker's like, he's not wearing any pants. Just...
There we go.
Keith, get him some. Get him a towel or something, please. If I'm gonna be humiliating him, I want it to be done respectfully. Seriously.
Also, I found the clip. It's there's a better clip of this. This is just the only one that I can find on YouTube. I know there's a better one out there, but here's the clip of of Nolan showing off his Mickey impression.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that in a bit. Before that point, I will say we've been captured.
Oh. Oops.
Hang on. Hello,
Oh.
Mr. Dogman. Sorry about this.
Huh. I figured he was just regular old crazy.
Nah, no, they're actually gonna be evil, and they act like dogs and stuff. But just treat them like the old aged prisoners in Crash Bandicoot when they're reaching their grabby hands out.
Oh yeah, those guys. Ugh.
But geez, no, you don't. Sword energy. But I was gonna say, just because you remind me of the Mickey Mouse thing, I remembered that I'm gonna regret opening this door, aren't I?
Maybe.
Yep. Hello
Hi.
there. Ow.
Just shoot him. Anyway,
Watch out! It's the public flasher.
kaboom, kaboom. But no, it was I've been flashed. But no, it's I learned that Hootie from Owl House was essentially his voice ended up apparently literally just becoming Alex Hirsch doing his worst Mickey Mouse impression, and the creator of Owl House was like, good, do that.
Yes, please.
He was like, oh no.
What?
It's just,
Hoot!
Oh god.
excuse me. Oh, wait. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh wow, they literally are just dog brain prisoners.
I mean, I'll take it. I don't have a key.
All that work.
Yeah, wait, where's the way out of here then? Unless it's hidden in one of these coffins.
Always check both coffins.
Break. Money. I don't need money. I'm a king. Okay, I'm taking you, and I'm not gonna go for the chest. I'm just gonna take.
I'm
my
the
lumps and
Oh. king. I'm the king. I can do whatever I want.
I can do whatever I please. Now I'm just thinking, like, Hype. What would you say, by your own invention or otherwise? What would you say is one of the worst voices you've ever had to do? Or an instance where you're like, I'm going to do this as like just part of a take and hope to God they don't actually like it, and they like it.
Like, of voices that I've personally done, I'll have to...
Yes.
Like, I feel like that has to have happened. I'm just trying to remember if there was a case where that was. Like, I can think of, like, maybe a few instances where I voice, like, a basic character that my voice accidentally cracks, and it's like, oh, I hope that's not the take that they use, and I don't think they ever did.
Sure enough.
But it's like,
okay.
I'll have to go back and look, because I can't think of any takes like that, where it's like a take I was dissatisfied with that ended up being used. I know there's at least one or two that I've used of yours that you've given me flack for.
I wanted to seem important in front of the guys. It
Listen,
makes me seem silly.
listen. It was funny. I think they're funny takes. I think it's actually very befitting of Mimic to hum Smooth Criminal.
It makes sense. Okay, for the record, James, in the IDW comic, he at one point straight up says it should be criminal to be this smooth, and then it just came to me. I was like, I should do this, and then lo and behold. And
You
now
just
do I get? Now do I?
You couldn't
and now
help
do I-
yourself. You put on the white suit and hat and started moonwalking all over the place.
And now do I get to be mimicking the adrenaline dubs? No. Oh Lord.
Well, to be fair, they've already
know,
had their own mimic actor, like, well before.
Which is fair. Money. Okay, I have no idea where the hell anything get. Maximo, you don't need as many books. You don't read.
You don't know that.
You're a king. You don't gotta read nothing anymore. The minute you're straight up, the minute you're king, education becomes like a non-factor.
Wow.
You cannot tell me to my face that a king is actually gonna be ever asked, King, what is 2 plus 2? They don't do that. Parliament handles all that crap for them now. They just gotta worry about, okay, does money plus money equal rich still? Good? Alright, nice.
As long as you know
covered.
that 4 quarters adds up to a simoleon, you'll survive.
Simoleon or whatever he says. I don't know what he says, actually, but...
Listen, Your Majesty, how many beans am I currently holding in my palm?
You're holding
it should've-
beans?
Close enough.
I was also just thinking, the only thing I could think of was, how many beans am I holding? I don't know, but they're all mine 'cause I'm king. You pass.
Well, so much for my 7-bean soup.
Wait, you're holding 7?
No, how could you know?
You just said you were!
There goes lunch for the week.
Oh, damn.
Well, that certainly took a dark turn from a typical Clubhouse episode.
Yeah.
What was up?
I just remembered about that meme that somebody did where they took... Oh, geez, more hands gripping up from beneath. Where they took that bit of Goofy on that weird bicycling machine where his helmet was like a wheel or something, like the really long bike, and somebody took that bike and edited it to make it look like he was doing the Akira power slide into the distance while on the bike, his helmet grating against the ground, and he looks so serious. And his have you not seen that hype?
No, that does sound familiar. It's just been a while since I've seen it, but actually what I was more so thinking when it comes to like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and memes is I don't know what specifically started it. Okay, I remember what it was. It was when Sora was playing the Smash. Like, someone made a meme of, like, okay, Mr. Sakurai, the Disney executives are here to see you now. And it's the clip of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse where they're all just walking into the clubhouse doing their little jig.
Ah, the good... Oh, no, sir. They're dancing the hot dog dance again.
Hot diggity dog.
Americans are so weird.
I remember that. That will stay to this day as one of my favorite Smash memes. Second only to frickin' when Min Min was announced and all of the ARMS fans came out of the bushes and it was just a flood of ducks.
That's
just all marching out of that thing at once.
Let's go! I love that thing so much.
ARMS has a criminally underrated soundtrack, and I hope that
It really
get
does.
some sort of second chance.
It would be nice.
Yeah,
but I mean,
honestly, like, ARMS is that special brand of video game for me, along with stuff like Battle and Wonderworld, where it's like, it's a game that I don't love, but I really want to love.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say at least ARMS is a little more innocent about that than what happened with Balan.
Well, with ARMS, it's a case of like, well, I think I already told you guys like my issues with ARMS in the sense of like I just could not get used to the controls, and plus, granted, this is more of a faultless case, but this was also back when my internet wasn't as strong as it used to be. I mean, not that it's that much stellar now, but you know what I mean.
Right.
It did take me a bit to learn how to like play it, and the problem is that just it didn't have enough. Oh, great.
Looks like you're gonna have to learn the Froggy. Oh, he didn't learn how to play his Frogger.
That my mind immediately goes to maybe he does some unique creative things with his tongue to like whip at people or something. Honestly, not too dissimilar to Greninja. But then I'm also like, okay, we gotta be careful when involving the tongue, because then you know how you know how those silly Rule 34 artists like to get. So I don't know how far that decision would go in design, but
I'm also thinking of,
Now.
like, what if... Because this wouldn't be the first time Smash did something like this, where they tried to implement, like, a Source game's, like, movement mechanics into their Smash counterpart. What if they tried to implement Frogger's tile-hopping moveset into a Smash counterpart?
I think that would be more of a hindrance than a help in that case.
imagine trying to edge guard with that. But no, but I don't. Then again, I can't have too much doubt on them because I have to remind myself they made Piranha Plant feel like a good character to play.
At least Piranha Plant had so many subspecies to work off of for his moveset.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, shit. I mean, did you see how much freaking Verity geeked out when she talked about all the types of Piranha Plants there are in the Mario series?
Yeah.
Except she didn't mention any of the Piranha Plant species that are from the RPG games.
I guess what she did.
Well, no, didn't she mention the Peach Piranha?
I don't know if she mentioned any bosses from the RPGs, but I know she definitely mentioned subspecies.
I definitely remember her speaking of Petey Piranha at some point.
I'm just a sucker who likes the stretchy piranha from
Oh.
Wait for it.
This is gonna be annoying.
Yeah, I deserve that. But the checkpoint's right there, so I'll have armor here.
That's a relief. You have five. You still have 5 smackaroos to work off of.
I'm feeling a bit better now. Here we go. But I'm just a sucker who likes Partners in Time, who enjoyed the freaking stretchy piranhas with the elasto piranhas with the big stretchy necks.
I almost forgot about those guys making the most out of that DS infrastructure.
It was a fun game. I really still think that they are sitting on a treasure trove of either remastering or just continuing that IP in general.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just a matter of if they feel there's much reason to keep it going.
Yeah.
I guess in general, I wouldn't mind them trying something like a new type of Mario RPG at some point or other because, like, I mean, sure, like Paper Mario still has its games every now and again, even though they're not quite the same as they used to be. Mario and Luigi's more or less, down and out. And I mean, as far as other Mario RPGs are concerned, that are still somewhat active. I mean, Mario plus Rabbids. But it's also like, I don't know, I think might maybe high time for a new, like, some fresher blood to enter the scene.
You do remind me, that's the other thing to look forward to this year, is I'm still waiting to see how, that story expansion, how the story DLC and then the Rayman story mode are gonna turn out for Sparks of Hope.
I forget.
I feel like we have to get news on...
Did we already have the first DLC released already? Because I don't remember if we did or not.
Yes,
yeah,
we did.
Tower
The Tower of Doom is already out.
Which, as James showed off, was actually a pretty neat experiment where it turns Sparks of Hopes into a roguelite.
Ah.
Essentially, yeah. You basically go up a whole bunch of floors, and you start them. They start them. You pretty much play them as like separate runs, where you're given like a set amount of characters, sparks and whatnot to start off with, and then if you're depending on what doors you take, that determines like what you earn afterwards. Like there's some doors that'll give you additional perks or additional sparks, and maybe sometimes you'll get a door that gives you a character you don't already have on your party. Like you could literally on your very first run, you could pretty much start the game off with like Peach, Rabbid Mario, and Rabbid Rosalina for all I know, and then you got to unlock all the others along the way if you're lucky enough to find them.
Right.
Oh. So I mean, that in of itself is pretty interesting.
I just forget what were the rewards for engaging in that. Ow! I just forget what were the rewards for engaging with that mode and stuff.
I think if you beat it on the first go, you get like unique skins you can use in the main story mode.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's like honestly, it's one of those things where like they expect you to actually play through it multiple times on slightly hard difficulties to get the rest of the goodies. And even then, I don't think I've even done that yet.
There is no way I am making that jump, and I'm not jumping on the bones. What am I? Oh, here.
Oh,
You just had to wait a bit.
Okay.
Oh, you.
Also, I swear some of those bones almost look like freaking armor pieces you could pick up.
Not chancing that.
I'd hope to God you wouldn't.
Oh.
Like, that's literally boiling acid you're trying to cross through.
Would acid be boiling?
It can be. That's actually how some chemical reactions are done. Excuse me?
You're in my way, sir.
Get out of the way. Alright. Stop it.
That's not nice. I was the king of this castle. Yeah, was.
Yeah, and you never paid me my severance. You know what? Fair. Slices him in twine.
We don't know you guys.
I mean, that is kind of the messed up thing in retrospect, is that a lot of the goons that we've been facing pretty much may as well be undead versions of our original of our old soldiers.
I mean,
But
when you really think about it, like, we got dropped into the game, like, pretty late into this, like, conflict. I mean, like, for all we know, Maximo might not be a very good ruler himself.
We
Well,
really need to dissect it. We need to consider the ramifications of what we're doing here.
Yeah, I mean, let's remember, like, that second that one other cutscene we got, like, as we were heading onto the Great Dank, where apparently the captain of the guard was, tasked with trying to stop Maximo, but in failing to do so, he was given the opportunity to be brought back to life, only to be tortured to death again.
I mean, again, it is a pretty cruel idea of like, hey, you will never die, and I will make sure that you will feel the death and pain of it over and over again.
You will feel the pain of failure.
Damn.
By death.
It's like, not yet. Pain is
He's
an
a very
excellent
good
teacher.
teacher.
I'm still. I still like what that I still like that movie.
Oh, I
don't care
love it
what,
still.
I don't care what some people say. I think it was just fun, and it was just a pure dumb fun movie. And yes,
Well, I don't know if I
sometimes
call
that's all
it
a
dumb
movie has
fun,
to be.
but definitely simple.
All it needs for next time is just a little more screen time. That's really all there is to it.
Right.
Right.
Give them more time to flesh out whatever ideas they had, and then, I mean, it can still be dumb fun at the end of the day, but,
Yes, mate.
Well, what the?
that's really all people are asking for.
Right.
Well, that and
that's
more
what
Luigi.
We've been waiting for.
That more, and of course, more Luigi.
Who can say no to more Luigi? Done. Game completion is at 92%. Mastery sucks because I suck, but
Oh, you don't
we have
suck.
finally
Listen,
approached the top of the giant drill.
Listen, the true masters of this game are suckers.
Oh, you know what? Didn't even consider that. You know what? I like you. I don't know why I said it like that, like such a pedantic, like.
We should team up.
I was
We
trying to make you feel better.
You did. That's why I do the. Not to go right back to it, but like that's why we do the Kung Fu Panda thing. We should hang out.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to James. My bad.
No. I was just thinking the. We should hang out. Agreed.
Phew.
Good times.
Yeah.
Problem is that once again I gotta try and find a key, and that means I have to play. I guess this is this is a linear hub level, but I guess I will admit this is where it gets I forgot that it gets a little tedious here, because basically you need to get the key, and that means you have to kill every enemy until you find the one that actually drops the darn thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, where did my little key go?
Oh, where the
Whoa.
heck could it be?
Good. I forgot the lyrics.
Would it kill you all to give me that darn key?
You throw some bombs, I see. Ah! Okay. No more messing around, Achilles.
This time,
Be-
it's you and me
Be
and
honest.
this brick wall that you built between us.
Be honest. If you saw me running towards you with a sword on fire in my underwear, you would feel a little bit worried about the impending future.
I mean, it's like the most important question on Achilles' mind isn't so much how the heck did you get back here? It'd be more so, why aren't you wearing any clothes?
He's gonna start taking that. He's gonna start taking that ominous fortune telling that the seer told him about the. Oh God!
Oh boy.
Listen, I've had to deal with weak heels for the longest time. I'm just making sure that my fellow subjects never have to share my pain.
Alright, I'm figuring this out a bit more there. That's the sweet spot.
Man, I'm kind of sad nobody caught that.
Oh no, I heard it. Yeah, but it's gotta be one of those things where it's like, if we fight Achilles and his weakness isn't his heel, I'm gonna call shenanigans.
It's unfortunately not. Although he has a heel move.
Really?
I mean,
Oh,
you see what I mean?
heel move.
Aha. It's unfortunate.
I fucking hate that when boss fights have instant healing powers just like that, especially when they spam the high hell.
We'll be, at the very least, and we'll talk about this more when we get inside there. I'm saving.
Just to be safe.
You know, actually, I think I saw a health vial back there. Give me a second. Nope. Never mind.
No health vial. You're on your own.
But at the very least, as far as this heal move is concerned, it does. Oh, thank you. At the very least, with this heal move, it does. It does end after a little bit. Get up.
That's good. It's also like, yeah, no, there's just, especially in RPGs, there's sometimes those bosses that just, I mean, there's some that are programmed to only do it so many times, but then there's those where you can't tell when the hell they're gonna stop.
Come on, there's gotta be a treasure. Why would you have an empty? Okay, so we're all in agreement. I'm gonna walk in there. And I'm gonna get like slapped once, and I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Well, come on, have a little more confidence in yourself than that.
All those souls, all that power, it's all mine. I won't let it happen. Oh, I already have.
Just like that, he's about to absorb all of the souls that he has harnessed to give himself some sort of immortality.
All the powers of the underworld.
So join us atop the giant drill, as we're going to lay the smackdown on an old man.
Yes, we're beating up an old man.
I really do need to find that clip for you guys, just so you can gauge just how amazingly absurd that delivery is.
I can believe it.
Oh boy.
Oh lord.
So what? Ow.
You know
Okay.
what?
So now that you got your bitch slap for the night, what can you tell us about Achilles as a boss?
I'll tell you this after this word from our sponsors. No.
Oh.
So
well, that hurt.
this is what we know about Achilles. He is rather frail, but he commands a lot of magic, and he has his whole shockwave thing. And now that is another ability he has, which actually will be required. If you want to break his shield, you need to do whatever symbol the shield is asking for. So it's asking for a mighty blow.
Okay.
So I'll just get in there.
Is that the best you
Back.
can do?
There you go. One mighty blow, a la mode.
Now it wants me to do my wider shockwave. And if it has an ability that you don't have, just bide your time and wait, and it will refresh over time. And,
What are those?
he's powering up.
Oh.
And this is his heal move, by the way.
Wow, that's a heck of a heal move. It also turns into a freaking Hulk.
Oh jeez, excuse me.
Jeez, all that hard work. I mean, can you break those? I mean, is it possible to just break those three things completely and leave them without this healing move after the rest of the fight?
The problem is that they do go down after a while.
Oh.
Now, the one thing I can say that's perhaps gosh, come on.
What are we trying to do here?
We're trying to get them all off.
Okay, so you can't break them. You can only just turn them off.
Right. There we go. Now I turn them all off. And that should be the end of that phase for now. We just have to we just need to continue to do more damage.
You should still have your shield.
Right, so long as you just stay on top of him. And, oh, there was my armor. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you already lost your armor a little while ago, didn't you?
Oh, that was cheap. Do I wish that there wasn't any knockback? Yes.
You know what this game could have used? A dodge roll.
Probably.
Oh my gosh. Then it would just be Dark Souls, and I'd be a-okay with that.
I'd be shocked if the Army of Zin doesn't give him a dodge roll.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
No more of your laser magic crap.
No more of your tricks, Achille.
Fortunately, now he's got his own little spear javelin, so...
Oh.
So be wary. He still can pack quite a punch.
I assume that... Okay, I was about to say, so he has no more magic tricks up his sleeve, but then I'm starting to realize that the machine itself is starting to go a little haywire, so that might hurt.
Right, so just keep moving. Ow. Oh, that's fine.
Dang!
We can work with this, we can work with this.
Hopefully, maybe.
Okay, that's good.
Ooh.
Okay,
One more hit should do it. You almost got this, man. Even in your boxers.
Yeah,
Got him! Get bent, Achille.
Oop. All those souls want out of you now.
It was getting kind of musty in there, to be fair.
And brought up into his own drill soul orb machine and obliterated. Game
thus he-
1.
And thus he was sacrificed.
My dear Maximo. Sophia.
What a beautiful reunion this is, huh, fellas? Goodness gracious, she's kind of tall.
I fear
Yeah.
you were dead. What happened to Achille?
Gone.
Excellent.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
What's happening?
Wait a minute. You're not my Sophia?
Oh boy.
Nearly complete.
You know, there were kids that played this game.
His power transfers to me.
Whoa.
The only thing left is to devour you.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I guess that's what happened to our wife after all. She turned to the dark side.
And became the Demon Queen, and thus... I'll just let silence for a moment here. So as it loads, as it always does.
Oh.
Somebody got a light? Oh. Hello!
Well, that was rude.
So yeah, here's the boss fight.
This is the Demon Queen, and I'm not gonna lie, this is, in my opinion, one of the most intimidating boss fights in gaming history, in my opinion, just because of just suddenly, just no music, after all of the fun, after all the jovial, she's getting close.
There she is.
Oh, there you
After
are.
all the jovial, like, Ghosts and Goblins riff, now it's just a heartbeat, and, like, the lighting in this place.
Or lack thereof.
And this is the part where I definitely need to remind myself, in my headphones, I'm currently hearing everything, reversed.
Well, I mean, again, that's something you can fix in post-editing.
Oh, of course. Right here. See you.
Just, yeah, no, like, even if it's not the most, like, what's the word? Even though there's not too much variety in this boss fight, it's just a matter of, like, having to deal with this, this mysterious, like, with absolutely no light whatsoever, trying to figure out where the heck she's going, and then, you know, hoping you'll be absolutely ready the moment she's, like, right smack dab in front of you.
Right.
It's so full of atmosphere.
She's getting close. No, I mean, I would say that. I think presentation-wise, this boss fight is suddenly just really good.
It's one of those things where it's amazing how much they got away with so little.
Yeah. And do note, there actually could be some tension because I believe if I die to her or if I game over, you have to hang on.
There you go.
Oh.
There you are.
The stage actually starts you back at the Achilles fight.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't want to die to her, but fortunately,
We got so far.
but fortunately, just continue this tactic, which is, I would say, let her come to you. Nope.
Speaking of which,
Just let her come to you and jump slash at her eyes and diamond. And I think we are actually already down to one last push here.
honestly, I'm surprised that she doesn't, you know, change her tactics up a bit. Like, the moment she grabs on, like, she takes her sweet time actually getting a slashing on you.
Got her. That's it.
There you go.
Queen destroyed.
You destroyed her and nothing but your boxers. How do you feel, Maximo?
I feel like I want pants, please. Can I? I'm king. Can I have pants? Anyway.
Well, now you have pants.
So it was a victory, but it was a somewhat hollow one.
The love of my life, dead. Cast and transformed into a hideous beast all along.
Oh.
But don't worry, Death's got your back.
You saved the day and won back both our kingdoms. What's the matter, buddy? Aren't you happy?
Why should I be? My kingdom is in ruins. And Sophia? Dear God, Sophia.
What do you have to say about this?
What, this dead thing?
What's happened?
This was just some demon who was manipulating Achille. Hey, I know when someone is dead. And Sophia's alive.
She is?
Somewhere, I guess. Oh,
We will rebuild your kingdom and await your return.
so now with the Sorcerer's Council. Yeah.
You will search for her with me.
What's
Hey, you did say you owe me one,
Heh.
right?
Yeah, it's
But-
true.
Okay, Maximo.
Go after her, Maximo.
I think we'll be fine.
And thus,
Of
a
a beautiful friendship.
truer words couldn't have been said, Maximo.
What a wild freaking ride. Yep, Sophia's somewhere, and Death and Maximo are gonna go off and adventure after her while the Sorcerer's Council repairs our kingdom. And just like that, look at that.
Aw,
And
beautiful.
Just like that. That concludes now our live commentary of Maximo. A game that I never would have considered ever trying to do a live commentary of in the past because, as you've seen, words notwithstanding, the game still can be pretty difficult.
Again, it's living true to its legacy for both better and worse. Though that being said, I do think this game has a charm to it that, I mean, it's mostly unto itself, stuck to itself,
yeah.
and I'm trying to stay on the matter here. It's definitely something that's worth trying at least once, especially if you are at least fairly familiar with its legacy.
I think like the main things I could have changed would have been, again, giving me right analog stick camera controls, and I don't know, maybe giving me a better counter against the shield enemies, because it seems like it's either just wait or get really lucky with one of my downward strikes. But
I'm not against. I will say I'm actually not against the idea of what they were doing with the whole like customizable ability mechanic, where like.
Mhm.
You start off fairly bare, but like the more these tokens that you get, you're able to do some of these other miraculous things as well. Which, I mean,
yeah.
that's a cool idea in and of itself. I do think, let's be real here. I know it's not going to happen, but I wouldn't mind seeing this game get the remake treatment at some point or other. But say if they do, I think they should just have proper camera control and maybe allow you to do like a triple slash like right from the get go. But everything else that you can earn can still be earned the old-fashioned way.
I think so, yeah. How about you, Hyde? What did you think of this little jaunt adventure we had?
It was pretty fun. I could definitely see, like I mentioned before, I think for what this game tried to do, it does a really good job of it. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Does the sequel take place like that whole cliffhanger of like, oh, Sophia's still alive, let's go after her? Like, does the next game take up right after that, or is it gonna be like a different
More or
quest
less.
we're going on?
Oh,
It's a direct sequel.
Okay.
right. Just, I guess, unfortunate spoilers. I actually don't know if they ever find Sophia. All we know is that, unfortunately, as you will soon find, yes, I would like to save. As you will soon find, on our adventure to find Sophia, we're about to find another place that's in dire need of help, and a new threat, a new foe to threat to face. Goodness, a foe to threaten. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So. I still think this game has easily one of my favorite final bosses in terms of presentation and atmosphere alone. I still think that what is there. There you go. This is how you could play old cutscenes if you wanted to. I still think that the music and the just the whole just in general, the whole tone of the game is like a fun, spooky, like action game. I enjoy that. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a while till I go back until I do Army of Zin. One thing I gotta beat it. That's a game I've never actually beaten before. But yeah. Otherwise, I mean, just stay tuned. And thank you, PCSX2, for allowing me to finally relive this memory of a game that I can't play anymore because, as we all know, PlayStation 2 started to have a really fickle problem with trying to run these blue CD-ROM discs after a while with their laser or something to do with the speed of how it moves or whatever.
Yeah, no, they are an even more ancient relic than most other PS2 games that we all maybe know and love, and as such, there's really only one way you can really play them in this day and age without too much of a hassle.
Yeah. Sony, please give this game some sort of proper treatment, or put it on that PlayStation Now thing. I don't know. So.
I mean, if not that, then I mean, again, I'm just saying, Capcom, you gave Ghosts and Goblins another chance. Why not Maximo?
I'm not against it either. Get a good open world.
I wouldn't even mind if they brought Blue Point on the project. I mean, just it would be nice to see Maximo again. Maybe actually this time be able to save his long gone wife.
Right. But speaking of Blue Point, when it comes down to spooky action RPG kind of games, the next time around, we're gonna actually get around to finally covering some Souls materials, I think.
Oh boy, that's going to be an investment in of itself. So,
and oddly enough, probably will be easier than this game. Who knows?
That'd be the biggest twist of them all. So yeah, we'll see you all next time with, what was it, Demon Souls we were doing next?
The Demon Souls remake.
Oh boy. Alright, that's it. See you all next time.
I gotta get some more people in on that.